that need to be done to keep those curls popping. So stylist Keisha Kerr knows all about this with her beautiful curls. She's here with some really good curly hair hacks to keep the curls looking fresh. So Keisha, let's start with adding volume to freshly washed curls. How do we do that?
So for people with my texture, I have day one hair today, okay? So I like to refresh my hair by just massaging my roots using a very light oil, something like this product, which is the Olaplex number 7 oil. This is not a heavy oil. It's very, very light.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is just take a little bit into our palm, no more than a dime size.
Okay.
Massage into the palms of our hands, enough to just coat our hands. I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to go into my root. I'm kind of creating less definition at my root area.
It
while
already looks so good.
That's right.
Just massage that scalp.
So a bigger oomph of volume, I tend to go upside down and give it a good shake.
Yeah.
And then boom.
That's
way
like
more
self-care.
volume. Yeah.
But it gets your roots like up, right?
That's the goal, right?
That's the goal.
First day, our hair tends to be a little bit flatter.
Yeah.
Also with winter months, cooler weather, drier air, flatter hair. So for those curly people that are also looser than my texture, a good method to use is your infinity mister. So a super fine mist comes out of this, not enough to soak your hair, but enough to get your roots a little bit damp. You can use a scrunchie to gently kind of group your hair up, or even a clip. After your roots dry and set, then you can take the hair down and you'll have more volume.
Yeah, a lot of it is intuitive because when you have the curls and you do like the pineapple and put your hair up, you do notice it's got more volume, but who knew that that was the actual thing you should be doing?
Yes, exactly.
Like leave it up there and then it's going to fluff out a little bit more.
Correct.
Okay, so let's move on a little bit. What if we want like a midweek curl refresh?
Sure. So midweek curl refresh, what I really like using are these curl foams. So we have a couple of them here. These two are my favorites. So we have Pattern by Tracy Ross. We love her.
Oh, so it is a good product.
It is.
Okay, good.
And then we have the Do, which is another Black-owned company as well.
Nice.
So what I like to do, if I have, sometimes with curly bangs, you know, they get a little bit more manipulation, so I'm going to have a bit more frizz in this area.
Yeah.
So I take a little bit of foam. I'm going to use my little mirror here. I'm going to find maybe my frizziest little piece. I'm going to put a bit of foam on that section, and right away you can see that it's instantly smoothed out.
Nice.
So you can go around and kind of pick little pieces that you think need a bit of refreshing.
Yeah.
Really great option because this will dry within 5 to 10 minutes. And products like this we can use on 4 type textures. So that's great too. So kind of an all-encompassing product. You don't need a leave-in, you don't need water. It's very, very versatile.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about updos for curly hair.
Sure.
What if you want to get an updo look? What do you suggest?
So we have our trusty pineapple, which I'll kind of demonstrate quickly. So what I'm going to do is separate out my, or section out my bangs. Now what I'd like to do for a bit more of like a romantic, softer look is leave these little pieces out. These little tiny little curls that kind of gives you that messy bun look without doing a full-on bun. What I love to use are scrunchies. If you're tying curly hair up, they offer minimal tension. So we can go from a look like this, which is really
That's so cute.
Come on.
Yeah, I love it. Let's talk about protecting the curls when it comes to winter. This I've been talking to the audience a little bit about. Winter comes along, it's dry, it's dehydrating. Is there anything we can do to help that out?
Right, so again, for curly textures, it's all about reducing the amount of friction. We come into contact with friction when we're sleeping against our pillowcases, and more so in the winter because we have scarves, we have hoods, bulk of our jackets and all this stuff. So a great friend of mine who's also a curly stylist, Sasha, she created these silk or satin lined toques. So these are great because on the inside here, we have satin, right? So this, your hair is gonna glide. More so when it comes into contact with this type of material rather than the wool and the cotton and all that stuff. So these options are really great. Another trick I really love to use are in your infinity mister, we can add a bit of either rosemary oil, which has been a really hot trend right now. So that's great for impeding moisture into the hair, especially for looser textures. It's not going to be too heavy. Or water and conditioner into your infinity bottle, and you're misting that for tighter textures for those 3 types and the 4 types.
Really good. And there you go. You got the answer to your curls, because in the audience she was saying, I just don't know what to do, so she's straightening them. Now you know. Now you know you can use like a light little mixture and add a little bit of something to your hair.
100%.
Thank you for that. That was so good.